This is Charles Charamba singing exactly 20 years ago in the album Verses and Chapters. Achitaura kuti
handidi kuti vapone nesipose umbavha, handidi baba, handidi kuti vatambire sipose ufeve, handimbodi baba, handidi kuti vakamshire sipose uroi, handidi baba, handidi kuti vasimukire nekutsika vamwe, handimbodi baba.
Now this is Charles Charamba receiving a car from Chivhayo, who is what people call controversial in the sense that the story of Gwanda and a whole lot of things that Chivhayo. He was in jail at some point and then came out and everything. So this is now Charles Charamba 20 years later. Before you pull out your knives on me and say, I want you to hear me out. And I want to play the devil's advocate here. What I want to think about is, I want you to put yourself in Charles Charamba's shoes. Exactly 20 years ago, Charles Charamba stood up on a stage and he said, when he was asked to perform, that mukomana wenyu inonziko sound engineer wenyu webass bass harisi kunzwika, and played one song and did not play again. A few weeks later, we saw Charles Charamba in the front pages of the newspaper, and he was said to have allegedly stole 40 million. By then, it was a lot of money. I tried to make some mathematics and see how much could that have been. It could be somewhere around between $20,000 to $50,000 by then. And now, the question now is, Charles Charamba, they wanted so much to discredit his song and to say, wakati nyadzisa pa national television kuti atina bass. And I want to put you to put yourself in Charles Charamba's shoes and say, the amount of pain that he went through just because of that calling out of saying, Gadzirisai bass on national television and ending up not performing. This is a man who had standards for his music. This is a man who had standards for his lifestyle that he preached in his songs. And now, he is now facing the biggest test of his life, whereby he is now being accused of stealing just because of what he did on stage that day. Now, fast forward 20 years later, you understand the pain that you went through 20 years before as a family. What goes around your mind? Do I stick to the principles that I set then? Or I don't want my family to go through the same pain? Let me accept the gift and keep my mouth shut and not go through the same pain that I went through 20 years later. So that could have been something that played in Charles Charamba's mind. I know it's easy to criticize, but I want you to hear him from Charles Charamba's point of view. I'm not here sanitizing what he did, but I'm just saying, can you imagine yourself as a family? You went through this and you don't want to go through this ordeal again whereby you'll be told names or you'll be harassed and everything. You'd rather just accept the gift and move on with your life. This is me giving my opinion on Charles Charamba. I'm not sanitizing what he did. It's his personal decision, but I wanted to just probably play in the mind of Charles Charamba of this move that has landed him a lot of criticism.